interesting session that we're going to do. We're just going to take a little bit of time, kind of some back and forth, and also a lot of feedback from you guys in the room. Kyle, if you can, real quick, do a quick audio test for me. Let's make sure your mic's working. And there's.
Hey, how's it going?
All right,
Everyone,
good deal. Yeah,
we
we can hear you. Well, you guys heard from Serge earlier of MarketFi, and there's some really cool stuff going on. I know that you guys have been great attendees for Trading Pub today, and if you're on our newsletter, you probably heard a little bit about MarketFi, some of the stuff that we've sent out. But when we started Trading Pub, and we started Trading Pub about 1.5 years ago, and really our goal was basically to provide access to events like this where we can work with top traders throughout the industry, provide this free education around the globe. And I think that we've learned a lot, we've done a lot of cool things, and obviously the message is starting to get out. And the thing that we really try to do is focus on traders that are going to provide value. And I think that anytime you have this many people in a room, a lot of you guys are taking time out of your Saturday to be here. We want to provide value. We want to deliver for you and make sure that you leave here knowing and learning a lot more than you came with. And so again, we record all our events, we put them on our website, and just try to have that tremendous value. Well, interestingly enough, earlier this year, I came across MarketFi, and a lot of you guys have probably heard of Benzinga, which is an outstanding website, news website. But I came across MarketFi. I said, this is really pretty cool. It fits in very nicely, with what we're trying to accomplish at the Trading Pub. And so I started talking with Kenny and Kyle and some of the guys over there, and we're alerting our members about MarketFi and the cool stuff going on. And then you guys heard Serge today, that did an outstanding job talking about candlesticks. And so on and so forth. And so I asked Kyle, I said, Kyle, we've got Serge coming in. This is the first time we've really had MarketFi do an event. Let's get you on there and talk a little bit about kind of the evolution of a trader, like the things that traders go through. And first of all, Kyle, if you could just kind of give us a little glimpse, a lot of people in here haven't had a chance to hear you before. What is your background? How did you end up at Benzinga? And then how did MarketFi come about?
Yeah, absolutely, and thanks a lot for bringing us into this, Morgan. Obviously we love what's going on at Trading Pub, and I got to tell you guys, this community is just fantastic. This is what it's about, guys. It's Saturday, all the way until I'm on Eastern time, all the way till 3:30 here, and I listened to a lot of the presentations today, and what you guys are developing is what it's about, and it's what we're trying to do at MarketFi. And to go a little back into my history, I'm a serial entrepreneur. Have started several companies and got them funded and sold and stuff, and I ended up falling upon Benzinga very in the early days when it was just being started, just when we were a trading idea network, and we were trying to create content that everybody could consume to figure out how to actually trade off of what was going on in the world. And I came from I was right before that at a private equity firm, VP of a private equity firm, and when we found Benzinga, it was pretty incredible over the evolution as we grew that website and grew that content, because we got to talk and interact and trade alongside just thousands and thousands of people, and that's eventually what kind of kept our brain turning until we created MarketFi. And MarketFi in a simple form is the first ever marketplace for all of these products that we're talking about today, be it books, or be it trade alert products, or chat rooms, or education courses. And what we're trying to do is provide transparency in finding things that can help you trade, right? I love Tim Berkwin, and I actually just got done reading his book a couple days ago, and I emailed him and I said, you hit the issues, the nail right on the head about why people don't make money trading. And it's not about the tools or the strategies, right? I always say KISS, keep it simple, stupid. Find something and start small, and realize that you need to work on yourself with trading. And that's probably one of the biggest issues that I see. And we built MarketFi to help provide these products for you, be it that kind of psychology, or be it the tools and strategies that you're looking at today. And obviously, you guys saw Serge Berger earlier, who actually taught me how to trade and look around with charting. But on top of that, it's the evolution, and like you said, Morgan, the evolution of a trader, right? And I have in big bold letters on my notes here, psychology, and literally knowing who you are and learning how you are going to trade, not trying to adapt somebody else. But at the same token, how do you find those tools? How do you find what's going to help you be successful? And that's why we created MarketFi. So yeah, so if you see it up on the screen there. You got a lot of different products. We're still in beta. The cool thing, and I have some people live chatting on the site with me today from this webinar. The cool thing of what we built was we're in between you and everybody, you and all these people that you're buying these products from. So instead of just landing on someone's site and them sharing maybe their track record with you or customer testimonials, you don't know if they're true. And that's the problem with buying these products. What we're doing is creating an Amazon.com type experience where there's social reviews eventually on the products, and you can talk to the people that have bought them. Very much like what you have here going on Trading Pub, Morgan. The snake salesmen are gone. I see someone put that in there before, where we spent all this money on there and creating a community around this kind of trading, and that's really what we're going for. So when we say transparency, when people trade and make trade alerts and issue these kind of newsletters on our site, MarketFi, we actually built the back end just like a brokerage, where we pull down all the data from the exchanges, we price check the bid and ask, and we make sure that the alerts that they're sending out have some sort of, like I said, verification on them for to make sure that you can actually follow their strategy. And it's not so much about blind stock picking, it's more about learning how they came to that rationale. Actually, Tim talked about this before, right when he got off, and keeping a trading journal. And actually, something else that we're building next, and it's going to be launched here by the end of March, is where if you click into a product, you can see their portfolio. We're going to allow everybody to track that stuff for themselves. And what we're trying to do is create really, really interactive and easy to use trading journals. So you can tag blog posts or YouTube videos or articles you read to that trade that you made so you can learn from it. Because that's how you truly learn how to be better a trader, is constantly analyzing what you're doing. And then analyzing, if I made 1,000 trades in 2012 and here's the ones that I lost, and like Tim said, you realize all of a sudden I'm losing these types of trades. Maybe if if I look at entries off of charting, a certain kind of candle is the one that keeps screwing me up. Maybe it's the shooting star, and you can analyze how to be a better trader. So that's what we're all about, Morgan. I know that was kind of a long-winded answer to your question there, but
Very good.
kind of went full
And I
circle
think
for you.
one of the things that Kyle touched on, and I think that that everybody here in the room would agree on, is that trading's not an easy thing. And so, it takes time, but one thing that I've found is you can learn, and you guys probably saw this, we had some great traders in here today sharing different methods. They all trade differently. They all look at the market differently, but I think you can learn from everybody. And so really it's kind of a way that pieces that together. And this is kind of cool. I actually, and this is something I do personally and with Trading Pub, is with a lot of the stuff, with a lot of the people that you have on here, I don't just kind of, go to Google and type in, trading person and try to get them on here, but I actually try the stuff out. And so Kyle, I don't know if you know this, if I've told you this, but I had signed up for Tim Bigham's service on MarketFi, and so we had our first trade last week. It was a Caterpillar trade, bought the $100 put, the March put, and here's the cool thing is that there's lots of services out there, and if I were to come and tell you, hey, and this is what Tim did basically, he bought the March Caterpillar 100 put at 365 and the trade, and then he sold it a couple days later at 390. So had a nice gain. Now, if I have a signal service and I tell you, hey, I'm buying CAT at 365, and then a couple days later I say, hey, I sold CAT at 390, yes, you made the trade, yes, you made money, but what did you learn from it? And kind of one of the cool things is that each day on the, like Kyle mentioned with the blog post, Tim went through and talked about what the market was doing. He said, hey, it rallied the next day, so he said, I'm going to look for an opportunity. I might look at hedging this with a spread, and it's just cool to kind of take you through the mindset. So Kyle, talk a little bit about that, how you guys are incorporating where it's not just a signal service, but really, the education that comes along with the trading. So can you talk a little bit about how that
Yeah, and that's what's so important to us, right? When we were sitting here building this platform, and like I said, all of these people, and we're continuing to add more and more traders onto the site, and actually everybody that just listened to Daryl, we're planning on adding a lot of his binaries education to the site as well. We were so sick of the newsletters back in the day because you'd get an email and then you'd sit there and have to have your own conviction and you were alone. And we just felt like that was a poor way to teach people how to trade different strategies. So, Morgan, that Caterpillar trade's a perfect example. Tim will do a webinar every other week that he teaches exactly what he's looking at, and he uses Bollinger Bands to spot opportunities inside of trades or to get into trades. And then not only will he issue the alerts and talk about them, and you can see in the feed right here as Morgan's picking it up, he'll take a look at the trade with you, and then all of a sudden there's a community discussion around what's going on across every single point. So it's almost like getting inside of Tim's trading journal, right? Going back to that, getting inside his trading journal and learning along the way with him, and he'll post videos and blog posts, and then MarketFi tracks and verifies all these trades for you. But you get to learn alongside him, right? Why did he make that entry? Now, maybe you don't make the trade alongside him, but you get to watch it with him, and you can see his rationale and his mindset every single step of the way. And now Tim trades options, and that's just one type of product on there, and there's several others right now. But it's all about now working on yourself as a trader, working on that psychology, working on becoming better disciplined, and now adding more tools. Tim's another tool. Tim teaches you how to use Bollinger Bands and the RSI indicator to spot opportunities, and not only that, manage a trade after you make the entry. I'm going to reference Tim's book again because it's so great, but he talks about risk management, right, and position sizing, and walking away from a trade and learning how to do that. And I think that's so important of this kind of solution that we built is the stock picking of the day. And, someone in the actual chat said, talking about the snake oil salesman back in the day, and they're, the ones that are so out there today. It's just because Rick, you just came in, Tim Berkwood, his book. I was referencing his book. I know we're talking about two different Tims right now. The snake salesmen were there because we couldn't verify them, and we were trying to buy tools from them, and that's what we're trying to provide now, right? Give that transparency to everybody, and get a community around trading, and you can get better. I got some notes written here. That doesn't mean trading's easy, and people will buy these services, and I'm constantly teaching everyone. Just because you buy the service doesn't mean you're automatically going to make money overnight. That's not the way the markets work. It takes time. It takes a lot of time to become better at trading. But you start small, you start learning, you find people that are applicable to you, and that's why you guys are all here today. You find people that are applicable to you and what you're trying to do. Maybe you're, you can only trade the first hour of the day, or maybe you're a swing trader. That's what I am. But then once you find that, now you got to continually work at it and get better, and not look at losing trades badly, but look at it as, okay, how do I make sure I manage that risk? I keep my stop losses, and so that when I get a winner, I'm allowed to let it run, and obviously, hopefully, those outweigh the ones you lost. So, yeah, so this is definitely one of the ways that we're trying to do it with MarketFi. Now, this is a trade alert product. We also have education courses. We also have chat rooms, and we also have right now we only have one, and we have the capability of live trading rooms. We're going around now meeting people like Morgan and meeting people like Serge Berger, who you heard from earlier, and we're constantly adding new products to the site. They have to go through a 30-day vetting period, though, where we actually trade with them in real time, whatever their strategy is, or we go through their education, or we sit in on a chat room to make sure that before the product's offered on the marketplace, that it's worth value. Like, not saying it's going to make you money, right? Because there's no guarantee in that kind of talk or in that life, but we make sure that yes, there's a lot of value from this trader. He or she knows really what they're doing, and it's something that people can learn from. So that's kind of the process of what we're doing at MarketFi right now in terms of when we get products on. And then, like I said, lastly, it's, if you're not keeping a trading journal right now, if you take one thing away from today, if you're not keeping a trading journal, because and evolve
All right. Yep.
just like the
Good
market.
advice.
And I'll get
Yeah,
a
great,
if
great
you haven't
advice,
already,
Kyle. And one
link
thing
to
that's
that
interesting,
book.
sometimes, I've talked to people before where they say, "Hey, I'm struggling with trading, what should I do?" I haven't done it. And Tim mentioned it, Kyle mentioned it, but if you don't know, I think um, basically, okay, there, can you hear us now?
Hey
Everybody
guys, can
hears
you
now?
hear me
Okay,
still? I think
typed in
we
that
got
link.
Morgan
That's
cutting out
for
a little bit.
Surge's product. So basically, you see here, if you click that link, it'll take you there. But Kyle, I think you were going to do something too, just to let anybody, basically any product they want to choose. You had some kind of special offer. Can you talk about that? Let people kind of get their toe in the water with MarketFi.
Yeah, so when you go to the site, you will see that where you go to marketfy.com/store, you can check out and actually filter just by the trade alert products. And if you filter by the trade alert products, we're giving 85% off of the first month to any of them with the code TradePub. And one of the, everything has a 30-day money back guarantee as well, but one of the things we like to do is allow you to actually view and touch a product without making, a longer term or a full price commitment or anything like that either. So if you go to the site and you filter down by trade alert products, any trade alert products, use the coupon code TradePub at the checkout page, and you'll actually get 85% off. You can also view every single past trade or in the P&L and important statistics like win ratio and stuff on the products as well before you actually purchase them. But if you go to any of them, you'll be able to get them for 85% off. So make sure to check that out. And if you have any questions, we got a bunch of people in the live chat that'll be able to assist you as well. So feel free to come in. Let us know what you're looking for
Good
too,
deal. Well,
and we
thanks
can
again,
help you find
Kyle. I
something
appreciate you
first
being here,
if you
and
want.
really excited about everything that you're doing with MarketFi. And we'll definitely be doing more with you guys in the future. So you guys can check it out. We just made a link, a quick link. It's basically if you go to tradingpub.com/MarketFi, and then use the coupon code, like Kyle said, it's a coupon code of TradePub. So again, I'll type that in for you, but coupon code of TradePub. We did record. We'll get the recording out to everybody. And again, look forward to seeing all you guys on the flip side.